everybody, and this is the Mitten Minute. Been a while since I've done a video. Just dealing with life things, so I think I got a few things here I want to share with you. I actually have all kinds of stuff, like I'm always saying, but there's a couple things I want to share here. Try to be somewhat quick, like I always say, but I don't think that I can be. But I'll do my best here. Just trying to sort everything out here. I must have 15 pages of notes that have different types of visions, and then sometimes I'll even note down some dreams. Don't share a whole lot about the dreams and stuff, but yeah, so, well, let's start here. I'm going to flip open to the Old Testament, like I said I would do. I think in my last video I said I'd go to the Old Testament, and it just went to Amos. And look at this, visions of judgment. So Amos 7, I'm going to read here. Let's see how far 7 goes to. Not too bad. All right, the Holy Bible here, NIV, randomly open into Amos 7. There are how many verses in it? 17? It says, visions of judgment, locust, fire, and a plumb line. This is what the sovereign Lord showed me. He was preparing swarms of locusts after the king's share and had been harvested, and just as the late crops were coming up. When they had stripped the land clean, I cried out, Sovereign Lord, forgive. How can Jacob survive? He is so small. So the Lord relented. This will not happen, the Lord said. This is what the sovereign Lord showed me. The sovereign Lord was calling for judgment by fire. It dried up the great deep and devoured the land. Then I cried out, Sovereign Lord, I beg you, stop. How can Jacob survive? He is so small. So the Lord relented. This will not happen either, the sovereign Lord said. This is what he showed me. The Lord was standing by a wall that had been built true to plumb, with a plumb line in his hand. And the Lord asked me, what do you see, Amos? A plumb line, I replied. Then the Lord said, look, I am setting a plumb line among my people, Israel. I will spare them no longer. The high places of Isaac will be destroyed, and the sanctuaries of Israel will be ruined. With my sword I will rise against the house of Jeroboam. This says Amos and Amaziah. Then Amaziah, the priest of Bethel, sent a message to Jeroboam, king of Israel. Amos is raising a conspiracy against you in the very heart of Israel. The land cannot bear all his words, for this is what Amos is saying. Jeroboam will die by the sword, and Israel surely go into exile, away from their native land. Then Amaziah said to Amos, get out, you seer. Go back to the land of Judah. Earn your bread there and do your prophesying there. Don't prophesy anymore at Bethel, because this is the king's sanctuary in the temple of the kingdom. Amos answered Amaziah, I was neither a prophet nor the son of a prophet, but I was a shepherd, and I also took care of sycamore fig trees. But the Lord took me from tending the flock and said to me, go prophesy to my people, Israel. Now then, hear the word of the Lord, you say. Do not prophesy against Israel, and stop preaching against the descendants of Isaac. Therefore, this is what the Lord says. Your wife will become a prostitute in the city, and your sons and daughters will fall by the sword. Your land will be measured and divided up, and you yourself will die in a pagan country, and Israel will surely go into exile away from their native land. Okay, well, that was interesting. That was Old Testament. I'm shutting the Bible up here, and I'm going to get my notes here. in front of me. On November 18th, 2021, I noted that about an alligator or beast mouth, and then I put jaws. So I saw visions of like a mouth open, kind of represented like an alligator. The spirit made me think of beast mouth, and jaws, obviously. I've seen this several times actually. So on 12/17/21, almost a month later, I saw a beast rising and forming itself from the sea. I don't know if this is the one, but I kind of remember it being like a bunch of like triangle shaped, like dimensional or something, how that formed together and rose up out of the sea. It was very interesting, very cool to see how that formed. And then there was one more here about, and then about exactly another on 1/16/22. 11/18/21, then 12/17/21, and then 1/16/22. I saw a beast swallowing its people. I wrote swallowing people. I wrote swallowing its people. You know, a lot of biblical people talk about the beast system. That's the worldly system. It's the devil's system. You know, we are in this world, but we're not of this world. It's all spiritual. It's not about what happens here in this life. It's about being saved by Jesus Christ and going to heaven. It's for your eternity, for your soul. That's interesting. Wow, the dates on those notes. I didn't even know that's how that was going to play out. But whether it's any kind of divination, divine, I'm not surprised at all, I guess. But if you're following a lot of these worldly ways and not following Christ, you're going to be swallowed up by the beast. We're the closest we've ever been to cashless society. Your people are being forced to take, this stuff. It's just crazy. Crazy times. But there was something that happened in a vision of mine that was rather interesting, and it happened on well, that's not the right note there for that. Where did it go? Oh, I know. Let me mention something else before I share that, because like I said, I've got stuff all over the place. I don't have dates on this. If you've watched me before or have been following me or have subscribed to this channel here, you probably kind of know how I operate and everything. I saw a TR7 MJ. I don't remember if there was a dash in there or not. There might have been. But if you look up TR7, what a TR7 is, it's a car. And it's a TR7 Triumph. For the longest time, I mean, this was last summer when I saw this. Because sometimes I will see writing, and I've shared that with you before, in my visions, in my eyes. So if you look up what a TR7 is, it's a car, and it might have started in the year that I was born, that when those cars started being made, which I found interesting too. I could be wrong on that, but I think 1976 is when those were made. But then there was that MJ, and for the longest time, too, I kind of wondered what MJ was. But I've seen some things happen in politics, in the political world, a political arena, and there was one guy, I believe, that kind of stopped some legislation from happening, and his name was Joe Manchin. So MJ. It kind of finally hit me one day that he was kind of the one blocking it for the left side to move forward with, I don't know what it was, infrastructure or something. So Manchin Joe, MJ, of course you all think of Michael Jordan. And then John Madden died not too long ago. So another MJ, John Madden, Madden John. But I saw that stuff back last summer. Just a couple things I've never shared yet. Hopping all over the place here. Man, I thought I had this right in front of me here, and maybe this is it right here. Please be it. Please be it. Yes, here it is. Okay. On 12/23, December 23rd, 2021. This is an open vision. I'm awake. Sometimes I'll get the open visions kind of like throughout the night when I'm awake, but then I'm kind of groggy and I'm falling back asleep. But this one was I didn't note down that I woke up or not, but that's how it either happens. I wake up in the middle of the night, but I keep my eyes closed and I see this stuff, Lord. So I wake up a couple hours before I'm about to wake up. And then sometimes it just happens right when I wake up. So it's not a dream. It's like a video projector inside my eyelids. And I've been noticing that a lot lately. It's like a screen, like a projector screen. It showed me a number 5. Clear as a bell, I wrote down. And then I wrote down I saw 32, which was like, it was transparent. There was a 5, and then like this 32 came kind of flying by, and it was like transparent, but I could see, or it was outlined like 32. So the 5 and 32, December 23rd, 2021. Did I say newspaper? Like there was a newspaper? It was like a newspaper or something in the background or something. But after I saw those numbers, it was like the newspaper kept scrolling, like it was scrolling. So that was December 23rd, 2021. And then, so 5 and 32, well, if you go to theblaze.com, there's an article, and everybody probably might remember this if you pay any attention to headlines and stuff, but there was a horrific 5-alarm fire at Bronx apartment building, kills at least 17 people, including 8 children, and severely injures scores more, is the headline here at the Blaze on January 10th, 2022. And if you scroll down here, I'm on my laptop here. It says a space heater is believed to have started the deadly blaze at a Bronx, New York apartment complex, claiming the lives of at least 17 residents, including 8 children. What are the details? The fire broke out on Sunday after an electric space heater was said to have malfunctioned in a bedroom of a unit inside the building. New York City Fire Commissioner Daniel Nigro, Nigro, on Sunday said that at least 63 people were injured by severe smoke inhalation and 32 were sent to 5 area hospitals in life-threatening condition. So you got a 5-alarm fire, 32 people being sent to 5 area hospitals. You may remember this, you may not. So that's interesting. There's something I keep thinking about that I think I need to share. And it's about, there was a night last summer, and I was sleeping by myself, and all of a sudden I heard a thunderbolt, and it was loud. And I come awake from a very vivid dream that I was like feeling very at peace in, and it was like I was in this garden, and I'm colorblind too, but the vividity, if that's a word, how vivid this was, and the feeling of just, there was this peace feeling. And it was just like fruit. It was just a beautiful garden that I was in. And that lightning bolt, thunderbolt, whatever you want to call it, it woke me up. But it was so vivid. It just makes me think of, I don't know, like a heavenly garden or something. But that was very vivid and a beautiful thing. Something else that happened, is waking up. Again, I'm alone. I wake up and I feel like the presence of something like in my room, but I also smell like a barn smell. I don't know that I was thinking of like the lamb or something, you know. I noted that down here, but there was like it makes me think of like a manger or something smell. And this is last summer, and I smell like I was on a farm or something, and I was nowhere near a farm. And I had that. I've smelled that smell again, and it wasn't myself. It was a message. It was happening for a reason. So, you know, God speaks to people in a lot of different ways, and a lot of people that aren't that spiritual or don't believe, you're really missing out on a lot of stuff. You really need the Holy Spirit in these days, and just highly recommend that you put some serious thought to it, because the things that are about to happen that aren't too far away here, I don't believe. You're not going to get through it without God, and then you're going to end up in a place that you wish you hadn't. I wasn't really sure on how this video was gonna all go, but I'm kind of happy with it so far, and it's kind of leading me into a spot where I think I can finish up here. And this is something I just got the other day on 2/2/22. There was a lot going on. And this was what I call like a prayer, meditating, visions that I was experiencing. And it started with like angels. It kind of like morphs into a kind of like a old portrait of a woman, you know, kind of like from here, her shoulders up, you know, upper torso, her face. It was pretty vivid and stuff, but I don't know what that meant. It went into a man kneeling after that. The upper body, it showed the upper body of the man kneeling down, you know, like this. I saw like an eyeball. I saw pig face, swine. It was very vivid. I saw a face that kind of, I don't know, I said it was kind of Yoda looking, and it kind of makes me think of the baby face, the baby pig face visions in the last video that I shared. I seen like one eye that just, I don't know, for some reason it was like this part of an eye, and it just made me think of like Batman, like a Batman mask, you know, like if you just were looking at this part, and it was just more like the eye. I don't know that I saw like the Batman thing or anything, but I wrote down, you know, one eye Batman. And then it was all. Then I went into the hellish realm, the hellish setting, and I was in there seeing stuff for probably 12 minutes. I did something different when I recorded my voice of what I was seeing. And that's the first time I've ever tried doing that. Usually I just see and then write after I see it. I'm glad I recorded it because there was so much stuff, and maybe because the Spirit knew I was doing that, God knew that, He threw a bunch of stuff at me. I don't know. But I saw withered, burnt trees. I saw something with wings on it. I don't know what it was. A lot of these visions were off to the left side of my, instead of directly in front of me, it was kind of off to the left. I said something about how it was like that. I saw, it was kind of like an earthly bridge of some sort, bridge path. It wasn't like a man-made bridge or nothing like that. But this is all in like the hell setting. I've seen things in the hell setting, not in this one, but where there's just like a pillar or something, and it makes me think of like someone being stuck in hell on the top of the pillar, and if you fall off or something, you're falling down into the pit. I've seen that stuff in my visions. So imagine like a pillar going to another pillar, like a pathway or something like that. But just imagine lava and fire around. Exactly what you would envision hell being. That's what I'm seeing. Jagged, rough terrain, pointed, rock. I saw evil graveyard-like setting. I saw faces and souls. I saw a Grim Reaper figures standing in this setting. I saw a gate. I saw a one-sided gate. I didn't see, it was just like one gate. I think I saw a cage. All of this stuff, seeing this stuff too, just makes me think of, and I've seen this before, but it makes me think of like fallen angels. It makes me think of, like the fallen angels wish that they, wouldn't have done whatever they did to find themselves in hell. I know a little bit about the Nephilim and that kind of stuff. I've just recently watched someone or read something about that, and how there's different parts of actually I didn't read it. It was a video talking about different parts of hell and Hades, and I can't think of the other words that there are used, but it's referring to like these fallen angels, and I've been seeing a lot about that, to where like it's like I can obviously see I'm in a hell setting, but then I see the angel, because the angels are bright, and it's almost like it's trying to, I don't know, pull those angels out of there or something. I don't understand it. I don't know, but that's what I'm seeing. Cemetery in there. I already said that, graveyard, but a cross. I see a cross in all of this. I've seen an explosion. But I saw like the most vivid devil, like of all devils that you would picture. His face, right there in front of me, with one horn, with a horn coming out of his left side. And I don't know, I kept seeing like a steeple too. I'm thinking, like there's a lot of people that go to church that don't have the relationship with Jesus Christ that they should have with God and the Holy Spirit. They just go and they're going through the motions or something, and just going on Sunday and thinking that that's their salvation. And from everything that I've been reading and seeing and following and this, I don't think that cuts it. I don't think it cuts it. I mean, I just saw dice in an open vision. Dice. So it's like you're, rolling the dice. I'm going sideways a little bit here with this, but are you rolling the dice with your soul, with your eternal condemnation? Take everything to God. Focus on Jesus Christ right now. He's the only way to the Father. Just to finish up what I was seeing and stuff too, I saw a drone. It was like a drone view. I've mentioned that before. It was very cool. And I was like, wow. But it was like it was flying me like through hell there, and saw a pig face again. There was like rocks on the right, and the drone was coming around it. And I mean, I don't know why that kind of stuff is important to share, but it's everything I was seeing. Just think of how long your life can be on this planet Earth here. And, think of how long eternity is. And to think to have to spend it in a place like this, it's just damning. I saw a soldier face, almost like a pilot with a helmet on. It even looked like a skeleton at one time. It reminded me of a posting I'd put on Facebook, back probably last summer. I don't know what that means, I mean, I think I'm patriotic, so I think of guys that, sacrificed everything in war and stuff, to get this country to keep its freedoms and everything like that, because freedom's not free. But why that's being shown to me in that way, I don't know. I wrote it down. I wrote down, I don't know, path forward. Must have been a path or something. I'm not sure. And I saw something kind of look like a genie, a genie. It made me think of a genie. And that could be, and I also saw a wolf face, which I've seen before too. So are you gonna be deceived, in this hour? You don't have to be. All you need is Jesus Christ. That's pretty much all I've got to share. So I'm just going to pray right now. I'm just going to say the Lord's Prayer just because I want to wrap this up. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. Thanks for watching. Focus on God, pray, and pay attention to what's going on, because we're living in the last days. Things are starting to get real serious.